Bricks 5D here with an update for the Noob to Pro series. This account we are taking from level 1, day 1, all the way till we get all the Habitat missions all completed. We're currently on day 60 and we got Yaga the Insatiable. So this is a free, epic champion, force affinity, skinwalker, and we're going to check out what it's all the hype, why the community hates this champion so much. There are champions you just don't build because everybody says it's bad. You don't really need to go build them and find out it's bad. We simply take the word of the community just as it is because they are usually right. So Yaga the Insatiable has been on the chopping block and been in the naughty list for a lot of tier lists that have been released in the game. He has never been something that people hyped up or wanted to try or give a chance. But personally, I followed the bandwagon and I did tell other players that he should not be built, he should not be used, but I do not know a single one of his skills, what he does. So I wanted to give myself the opportunity today to meet Yaga the Insatiable. Nice to meet you. And first of all, in first look, you think this champion should be able to do damage, judging by the horns that are coming out of his head and jaw, his weapon, choice of weapon that is looking really brutal. He doesn't really have, in terms of design, a lot of aesthetics going on. It's just a waist belt to cover his loins, I guess, and that's all really they made about him. No really good crazy looking design. His eyes is special. The goatee, you can't forget the goatee. I mean, he's a goat, I get. And the name Yaga the Insatiable makes you feel like he wants more, something like that. So more fight, more damage, I don't know. But we are interested in his skills right now. We want to see what this champion actually does, because I don't know what he does. I just followed everybody that says he's bad and I put him in my vault. Even in my main account, I've never built him. So whenever I get dupe of him, I usually use him as chicken. So on the free to play, we are looking for every opportunity to use champions that we get, right? That's why we want to give this champion a chance to see if he's something that can be, fit into our current meta team that we are currently building for the clan boss brutal that we are working towards. And in the A1, virulent cleaver, if I click it, it says attacks one enemy, has a 40% chance of placing 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. Now, as far as poisoners go in the game, most poisoners I know place more than 1 poison. If you're going to use a poisoner in clan boss, in dragon, you need them to place more than 1 poison. I'm talking about simple as frozen banshee. I'm talking about even I don't know if I have that champion. Here is go. I'm talking about this dude. Even an Outlaw Monk can place 1 poison, grants an extra turn, can place 2. No, I think this one. Yes, he plays 2 poison. Even an uncommon champion places 2 poison. Remember that. Uncommon places 2 poison, rare places 2 poison, and then you have, granted it's not on their A1 though. Frozen Banshee doesn't have A1, but that's conditional. But you have Yaga that places 1 poison on his A1. It's not even a 100% chance to land. That's another thing though. Has a 40% chance of placing it. And it can be booked up to 50%. So whenever you hit, there is a 50% chance that you will land the poison. There is a 50% chance that you will not land the poison. Another champion that I can think of that places poison on an A1 is Steel Skull. But I think Steel Skull has a more chance of placing it. I don't have the champion right here. Let me compare quick because we're talking about A1 poisoners right now. Steel Skull is also from that faction, right? Is it Lizardman or Skinwalkers? It can't be Lizard. It should be Skinwalkers, right? Steel Skull, yes, this one champion that has the A1 poison. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Once you hear 2 times, you know that that's a 2 hit. That means the poison has a better chance of landing. But Steel Skull has a 10% chance of placing it. It can be booked up to 30, 40, 35% chance. It can be booked up to 35% chance. So if you have a 35% chance of placing poison, attack one enemy 2 times, has a 10% chance of placing. So there's a chance Steel Skull will place her poison 2 in 1 turn in terms of this A1. I think I've seen her place it correct me if I'm wrong, if she hits with her A1, will she place it 1, 2, that is 2 poisons, or when she hits with her A1, it must be 1 poison if it lands? So that's somebody to compare it with. It's not like Yaga the Insatiable is alone in this battle. He's not the only one that does A1 poisons. So let's not say this is the worst skill in the game, because we can see that Steel Skull is a very good champion that a lot of people use, and she has that A1 poison also. So this is not a reason to rule out a champion. We got that right. So if uncommons can do it, even if rares can do it, doesn't mean that this skill is a bad skill. It's a 50% chance to land, a higher chance than Steel Skull's own. Let's remember that. Now on the A2, let's judge this one. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing 5% poison. Alright, this looks like it's exactly what we just read from Steel Skull's A1. So Steel Skull's A1 has a lower chance, yes, but this one booked up can be up to 75% chance of landing 2 poisons if you hit 2 times, right? Each hit, yes. So you can land 2 poisons on this hit. If you book it 75% chance, there's a chance you will land the 2 poisons. 2 poisons. What else? Remember, this is an A2 we're talking about. This is not an A1 skill. 2 poisons and that's it. That's the end of the story. There's no decreased defense. There's no decreased attack that comes with it if the poison lands. There's no stun that has a 30% chance of landing a stun also. There is no other thing that is going with this skill. Remember, this is an epic we're talking about. So this skill is kind of an A1 for most champions. That's why this one is a deal breaker right now for me. Just reading this skill, it tells me this is an A1 champion skill, and then you put it on an A2 skill, and then you made the A1 rubbish. So this is a culprit right here. We have one bad skill. Let's see the second one, Rot from Within. Now on this one, remember the books we are also seeing though. This is 4 books that you need here. This is 8, 9, 10, 11 books. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 books. 17 books. Let's remember that also. That's another red flag. Now on the A3, attacks one enemy. He doesn't have an AoE skill. That's another red flag. Damage increases by 25% against targets under poison. Now this one, I cannot rule it out and say it's a bad skill, because I checked its multiplier. I think is a 5.9 multiplier, and whenever you see damage increases by 25%, damage increases, that champion will generally hit harder on that skill than any of their other skills. So this ability, yes, might be capable of taking down somebody who has 30k HP, 35k HP, if you build with enough crit damage and crit rate, of course. Yes, so I can't say this is a bad one, because definitely a skill like this with a what do you call it, with a well-built champion should be able to take anybody down. So especially when the poison is on the champion and then you satisfy this condition of 25%. So yes, this might be a good hard-hitting ability, but when you go into battles, you don't wait for poisons to land before you can take a hit, except you have other poisoners who is placing those poisons. So bosses who have poison on them might be taking a lot of hits from these dudes A3. That is what it means. And here is the problem. I just hyped the A3, right? I didn't look at anything else. I just gave you a good example of how the A3 might be useful. But guess what? It's on a freaking 4-turn cooldown when booked. It's not like it's an A3 that, is available for you to use every 3 turns. It's not on a 3-turn cooldown. It's on a 4-turn cooldown. That means once you use it, you have to wait an entire 3 turns. He will be doing his A1 and A2, A2, A1 and A2 until it will come around again. So here, for a skill that is somewhat able to hit hard, 25% additional damage, it is on a 4-turn cooldown, therefore it is a bad skill. There are skills in the game that are on a 4-turn cooldown, but they do so much more for you that you don't mind waiting for that entire 4 turns or 3 more turns before you can use it. This is not a skill that you should be waiting for, because by the time you'll be able to do it again, the battle is over, or you are losing out on a chance to use your poisons to do more damage that you placed. So that's what I think about that A3 skill. On the aura, let's not forget about that because it can be useful for some type of battles. Increase ally accuracy in all battles by 40%. That's an aura of an epic champion, right? Now let's scroll up here to Frozen Banshee. Check out our aura. Increase ally accuracy by 35%. This is a rare champion. Aura 35% accuracy, and that's an epic champion. Aura 40%, 5% difference. So you see what I'm saying? This does not feel like an epic champion. This feels more like a rare champion who they gave a skin of an epic champion. Why would they do this? They do not want to give you, or I'm just speculating now, they do not want to give you game-breaking champions all the time in these daily login rewards. High Cartoon was your first champion from these daily login rewards, and you're using it in every dungeon, that's a progression champion, and it's a good choice. The next option cannot be also a good choice. It's not just how games work. You can't expect them to give you something good and then something better. Nah, it doesn't work that way. So guess what happens after the 30 days? Good, bad, good. So you see how they are alternating it. You can't just have good. That's not how life works in general. So the reason why Yaga the Insatiable is so hated so much in this community, well, hate is a strong word, but the reason why a lot of people don't build him or don't use him is because of all just what I read right now. And hopefully by me going through his skill, giving him the fair rating that the fair chance to defend himself that he deserves, you guys have now seen why it's not such a good idea to build a Yaga when you have a rare champion or even an uncommon champion that can do more poisons, more hits in the clan boss, brutal or clan boss. Like if I build my uncommon champion right now, what's this face? Outlaw Monk to level 50. I guarantee you Outlaw Monk might do more poisons and more because of his extra turn, right? He will place more poisons on the clan boss. That's just the truth. Yaga will be waiting for an A1 that is 50% chance to land, or an A2 that is 75% chance to land but only places 2 or 1. So that's how you know that this champion should be vaulted. So if you do get a Yaga Insatiable, check your roster. Do you currently have a poison? If no, go build an Outlaw Monk. Don't build this champion for poison purposes. Now if you want to build him for the purpose of using this skill as a damage skill, it is not possible to use it in the arena. Arena is full of AoE nukers, champions who hit more than one target at the same time. Also, even if you want to use him as a nuker in the dungeon, somebody else will have to place the poison before he can take a turn. I'm going back through all what we found out about him so you have a clear idea of why this champion is not that loved by the community. So if you do check his reviews right now, in the Demon Lord, because he's a poisoner, for somebody who doesn't have a poison at all, if you put this champion in a relentless set, right? If you make him an end game build like my main account where I have been playing for over a year plus, if I give him some good gear, he might all of a sudden begin to place as much poison as a Frozen Banshee. Because remember, she needs to place her poison sensitivity first. So when he doesn't need to satisfy that need, he might just be hitting relentless. We don't use relentless in the clan boss, but I'm just giving an example of a way that people might want to use him to proc his poisons a lot of time, even if it's just the A1. Or even you put him in a counter attack build where you have Skull Crusher or somebody. When he gets hit, it goes with that A1 and it has a chance of placing that poison on the A1 consistently. So, and then in the mastery too, if you give him some masteries that allow him to place poisons, I'm talking about where is it? This one, a chance of placing more debuffs, and also this one, more chance of placing. This increases his chances of placing that poison from just 75% to up to 85%. Just these two mastery trees, and then also his A1 too will also be improved to from 50% to about 60%. So these are the two things that I think people might want to use. But hey, I'm just being a fair guy here, giving him a fair chance that for end game players you might use him. For beginner players, please go build an Outlaw Monk if you do not have a frozen banshee, if you don't have occult brawler. So I just mentioned occult brawler, and I just realized how you can't even put Yaga Insatiable and occult brawler. The two names don't belong in the same sentence, even if they are both poisoners who look also almost the same kind of in terms of their build. All right, that's this fair review I'm giving about this dude, Yaga Insatiable. For our Noob to Pro series, we will not be building this champion. So it's not a challenge to say, oh, I built Yaga Insatiable, is good, is awesome. He belongs not to the streets, to the vault. So that's where he belongs. I might bring this guy out. I saw a lot of people using Anax for some funky clan boss stuff. I might bring him out and see what he can do for us. Now to our main event for the day, Noob to Pro update that you've all been waiting for. There is no update. We are still farming the dragon. If I go to my you can see our gems are currently being used a little bit for farming. If I go to my options right here, gear, filter, and go just new, you can see everything is new. Your guy is in the clan boss, is in the dragon, farming dragon 17. I'm not going to click on any of them right now. I'm waiting for an artifact enhancement event so I can then take them up to 4-star and see what's good and what's bad. So all this gear you're seeing right now is all dragon farming. I'm not currently doing the dragon tournament that says use only epics. I'm using my rares, I'm using everybody. I'm just trying to get some gear for the account. Now before I close out this video, I want to do a little bit of forging, because we are all about getting good gear right now in the account, and we are celebrating because we got our first 5 to 6-star artifacts material from the faction wars. So we pushed some more stages using our dark elves crypt, and then we got this one. So let's see what we get. I know CVC is coming, so I will not pull in all my other, I will not forge all others. I'll only forge this perception set because hey, Raidshadowlegends does not apply to our Noob to Pro series. We're not waiting, we're just playing as and using our resources as we get them. We're not waiting for CVC really. All right, so let's apply some rank charms and also rarity charms. Whatever we get, whether it's weapon, shield, although I should even make it weapon, helmet, and shield so we don't get flat stats. But hey, I'm feeling lucky tonight. Let's see. Boom. That would have been a good piece if it was attack percentage. Damn. I'll keep it though. See if it rolls speed 3 times and I'll put it on somebody that doesn't need to really do damage. Somebody like a war maiden. And that's the only one I really want to pull. I guess you guys wanted to see if the 9 can give us something else. Let's not end the video on a bad note. I'll keep this one. There's a 4-star. I have 9 more. That's a 4-star. We no longer want 4 stars on the account. We got a 6-star piece. Awesome one. It doesn't have crit rate though. It's flat HP makes it bad, but hopefully it rolls into speed. Even if it's twice speed, I would take it. That's a legendary piece right there. Keep it. Speed 4, a 5-star piece. This is low rolls, but we'll keep it to see if it rolls speed. We are so into speed. We so want so much speed in this account. Accuracy chest. All my legendary pieces are not giving me good main stats. I have how many? 4 more to go. We're going to use only perception. HP percentage is a good one. No defense, no crit rates. So this looks, you use it for somebody who just for the main stats. You're not really using this. Those sub stats are all over the place. On a damage dealer though, it's a good accuracy. So this piece is awesome. Accuracy on perception is always great. Though it doesn't have speed, it does have defense. So this might be on somebody who needs more accuracy to do stuff and also survive. Crit damage is not awesome on that piece because of how it's looking. I rather prefer crit rates. I'm selling this one straight up. It's a 4-star flat. And finally, the last one. Let's see what we get. An attack flat. I'm gonna sell it to. Not yet though. He might roll something good. All right. For other updates, there is none. Like I said, we're just farming, and I've used all my arena keys. Well, there's some more here, but there's currently 3v3 arena going on. That's what I'm referring to. I've used all my 3v3 arena keys. You can see it's 0, and we're currently on a reasonable place in the 3v3 arena tournaments. We're not going to win it, but at least we'll clear all the rewards that are available for that tournament. That's all the updates I have for you for the Noob to Pro series. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my review of Yaga the Insatiable. He was the spotlight of this video because the Noob to Pro is still farming Dragon 17. I'll see you guys when I have a real update or something fresh tomorrow, being a Monday. Happy weekend. Hope you guys enjoy the new week that is coming, and I'll see you tomorrow for a new Raidshadowlegends video. My name is Described. Don't forget to like and subscribe to these channels for more raid content. Good night, guys.